Hi, welcome to the vessel Godspeed. Godspeed is a Deerfoot 80 designed by Steve Dashew as a fast passage maker capable of outrunning most weather systems. She's constructed out of aluminum and she was built in New Zealand. The New Zealand boat builders have done just an absolutely incredible job on this yacht, and she can take you anywhere in style and comfort. The boat is constructed out of aluminum, so it's very tough, and she's a quick boat too. And my brothers own this boat for about 5 years right now, and we re-rigged her and put new sails on her, and she has carbon fiber masts. We increased the height of the mast by 12 feet, I believe, and that makes her even quicker. We installed a retractable bow thruster on Godspeed, which makes docking a real breeze. We've got all our engine controls here. There are hydraulic engine controls, hydraulic steering. There's redundant steering. Two completely different hydraulic steering systems can be called upon. We have a chart plotter up here, a Fruno autopilot, and we've put some electronic engine controls on Godspeed as well. So it all leads up to the helm. We're monitoring all the important functions of the engines. Godspeed has both manual and electric winches on board by Lumar. The sailing control lines are all led into the cockpit, and it makes it a very easy boat to sail. We recently re-rigged the boat with high modulus carbon spars throughout, main, mizzen, spinnaker pole. And then we also went with rod rigging, and we have all brand new sails on Godspeed. Godspeed has a sail locker that everyone dreams about. First of all, it's large, it's 10 feet long, and there's a watertight bulkhead at the back of the sail locker. We keep all of our sails here, our backup running rigging, extra dock lines, 2 Fortress anchors, and we're also running with a 110 kilogram bow Bruce anchor. So we're very well outfitted for anchor gear. It's very well organized in here. Everything is easily deployable for fast deployment of the anchors. And it's just been a delight to sail this boat, having this equipment easy to access in the large sail locker. Okay, so we're in the pilot house now. This is a really great place to be in any condition, but in storms it's really good as well. The very strong superstructure on this boat, all aluminum, of course. But from up here, it's really quite fun in any kind of conditions. But come on down into the main salon here, and let's show you a little bit more about the boat. Welcome to the salon on Godspeed. This is where we eat and socialize, and as you can see, it's wide open spaces. There's very few boats with this much open space inside it, which makes it very comfortable to be on the boat in all these conditions. The table is a very solid table. We've had a lot of fun and good times around this table over the years. You'll notice the woodwork is just exceptional throughout this boat. The owner's cabin's up forward here. Maybe we could just walk up into the owner's cabin. We'll show you inside our owner's cabin here. It's a beautiful setup that's separate from the rest of the boat. Very luxurious, beautiful bathroom in here. We have like a laundry room and walk-in cupboard up here. And it's just a real joy to be on this boat out in any condition. It's just that there's a laundry in here. We got a little laundry mat here. And lots of storage as well. And then we have a bathroom in here. Excellent bathroom, very luxurious as well. And then you'll also take a quick look at this. This is the carbon fiber we had it exposed. This is the mast, high modulus carbon masts. They're small, they're lightweight for the strength that they are, which has less weight aloft, which adds to the stability of the boat. So these are beautiful masts. They were custom built for Godspeed. about 4 years ago, and they've worked exceptionally well. Very good builder on that. Alright, so this is the galley on Godspeed. It's a pleasure to cook in here. We have a great stove, gimbaled stove here, and then there's all this storage and an onboard pantry for the boat. So it's just a massive amount of storage that you can work from. And when we're going offshore, we'll load this up with all sorts of grains and things that keep, you know. And then over here we have another pantry area in here where we can load it down with grains and different types of food that keeps or long journeys. We have a microwave. There's a dishwasher on board as well. And then there's a really great fridge system. This is a fridge at the top level. It's a pass-through fridge. We can get it to from the kitchen side or the office side. And a freezer, same thing, pass-through freezer. So very nice setup, fridge and freezer on this boat. And we'll go over and look at the office side of the boat over here. So we call this the office affectionately. We can sit here and do charts or run a laptop computer or navigation here if we chose to. We've got all sorts of storage on this side as well. The cabinetry is just exceptional on this boat. We also have the big 24-volt panel here which runs a lot of the house of the boat. So, and we can monitor the fridge and freezer here as well. And as you can see, the pass-through on the fridge and freezer on this side as well of the boat. So it's a really comfortable boat with lots of room and very well equipped with everything that we could ever imagine that we'd need to go on expedition voyages. This is the port cabin. I like to call it the captain's cabin because it has a pass-through into the engine room. There's also a nice bathroom back here. And there's a shower with a pass-through that is shared with the starboard cabin. And there's a nice lot of storage in this cabin. And it's the best place for the captain to be because it gives access to the engine room. So it's a nice cabin. I've enjoyed living in this cabin. All right, so we have a Yanmar 4-cylinder diesel engine which will propel the boat in calm conditions at 8 to 9 knots. And its drivetrain is a really sweet setup with a Hundestat variable pitch propeller. The variable pitch propeller allows us to put as much pitch onto the propeller, which changes the torque requirement of the propeller, so that we can set the pitch by the temperature of the exhaust of the engine, and that allows us to operate at maximum efficiency at all times. We're looking for about 950 degrees of Fahrenheit of exhaust gas temperatures, and it's just a very sweet setup. So we've also gone to the trouble of putting on electronic gauge package and an electronic screen, 3 electronic screens, one at the helm, one here in the engine, and one at the steering station inside the boat. So very good engine, Yanmar engine, very powerful, very reliable engine. Okay, we have 2 battery packs, one 400 amp hour battery pack under the port cabin bed, and we've got in the keel we've got 1200 amp hours for a total of 38 kilowatt hours of battery pack on board this boat. If you're not sure what kilowatt hour is, that means that this is a gigantic battery pack on this boat. And we're also monitoring how much is coming in on the 2 alternators and how much we're using at any one time. So right now we're actually using 56 amps. And then we're also monitoring voltage on the 2 start banks, one for the generator and one for the propulsion motor. Over here you'll notice everything's double pole breakers. This is the way I like to do things. So this is all 24 volts down here, and this is all AC up here, but you'll notice everything is double pole. This boat was built in New Zealand, and they're very wary of electricity. This is an aluminum boat, and it's just really a wise idea to have double pole breakers on any boat system at all. This is the isolation transformer here, and what it does is it takes any power from about 200 volts to 500 volts, converts it into a DC bus, and then inverts it up into a perfect 120, 120, 240, while maintaining complete isolation from the shore power, so that our boat is not hooked into the same green AC line that everybody else is hooked into. So it isolates our power from the shore power, which isolates power from every other boat in the marina. And it's important to have on an aluminum boat because we don't want stray power going through the hull on an aluminum boat, and it guarantees that that's not going to happen. Also, wide range input, so once again, a worldwide transformer so that we can pick up power anywhere in the world from, I think it's about like 150 volts AC up to about 500 volts AC. But an exceptionally good machine, been perfect ever since we installed it 4 years ago. And one of the first things I did on the boat. And then we can switch between the shore power and the generator here. And then we have a full 240 panel in here for anything that's 240. And that's a lot of refrigeration, air conditioning, and there's a lot of 240 appliances on this boat.
This is the generator that we chose, a Kohler generator, and really an amazing machine. Just very reliable, turns on and off very easily, just push button controls on it. And provides 120, 240 into the ship's mains. Very good machine, this Kohler, very quiet too. We should do steering too. We have double hydraulic steering on this boat, so complete redundancy in the steering systems. So this one steering system here, and you'll see a second steering system right behind here. We have exceptional autopilot. Once again, we have redundancy in the autopilot. 2 completely separate autopilots are on this boat. It's a very easily driven boat. It's very easy to steer with a balanced rudder. We've got a heater, like a diesel-fired heater, back in this corner over here. So we have central air conditioning and central heating on the boat. We have central vac here as well. This is central vac in here. It's a nice engine room to work on. It's big enough that we're spread out. There's a lot of equipment in here, but it's all easily accessible, easy to work on. And we've been constantly replacing it just with the very best componentry. This is a water maker system in here. We have both 24 volt and 240 volt water maker on this boat. You'll notice all the overboard discharge is done through standpipes, and everything is above the water line. It's a safety precaution again, but they're welded in standpipes. We affectionately call them Christmas trees.